Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Lamar now from the gun. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Henry on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got Shaheed. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rule starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. This is ahead for about 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. He's trying to push the field. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know.
Rocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Dukes out a one-stop. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to the bank in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
2nd and 8. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Jackson throwing here. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets loose down the right side. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. On 1st down, Jackson. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Lamar throwing again. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Jackson yet again. Has it down close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Jackson's gonna throw again. And they take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw, Hurts. Short pass brought in. He's contained at the line for no gain. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
2nd and 10 now. He's got Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts now from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And that'll bring up 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Out of the gun, Henry. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Lamar now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Here's Lamar. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Jackson looking to throw. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Cut near the goal line. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Bullock's kick is good, and that pushes the lead up to 13. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Keyword with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running left, this is Barkley. He breaks the tackle. And this isn't result quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Taking a deep shot here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all Kate downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. He's trying another one deep. And it falls incomplete. A surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Chased out to his right. He's on the move. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal. Pressure coming, it's Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. Jackson's throwing for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
That pass complete to Goddard. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. On the draw, it's Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down. They go to Barkley again. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Still has room inside the 15. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. All set up now for 1st and 10. It's an option to the left side. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st down, here's Lamar. Getting out to his left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So it'll be second down. Throwing again is Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. This is the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Jackson yet again. Flush down out to his left. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out on the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. And again, it's Jackson. He's on the move. Now he takes it. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. He cuts it to the right sideline. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles now within one score in the fourth. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Lamar back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for Jackson. Taken in by Shaheed. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Blitz coming, Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. He hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll run here with Henry. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Now it's Lamar. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And he's only able to manage 1 yard, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Gainwell. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was looking Xavier to get away there. So that brings up 4th and long. Looking to throw it. This is reeled in by Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Running right, it's Barkley. broke through the tackle. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's complete till he gets. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Barkley. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth. Down a score, less than 45 seconds left. They know they need to get this back. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens. And they're moments away now from celebrating a win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's got Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shaheed motioning right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate.